Hey guys, welcome back into Preferred Frenchies. Thanks for tuning in again today. Today we're gonna have Hans and Allie starring here in today's video talking about the differences between boys and girls. If you should be getting a boy Frenchie or a girl Frenchie, I guess stay tuned here. We'll go through both here, both combinations, to see which one is better for you. So again, we got Hans and Allie. Hans is the Merle here, the lilac and tan Merle, trying to get up on the couch. And then we got Allie here chewing on the carpet, which she knows she's not supposed to, but does anyway. So both are absolutely stunning. Let me fix this carpet here. Both are absolutely stunning in their own right. Both are very, very sweet. But just going through a little bit of a difference here. I'll start with Hans here, the big boy. He is an absolute sweetheart, a super, super lazy big boy, and does great with everyone. He gets along very well with everyone here. You can see that beautiful conformation there. See if he'll pose for you. He's wanting to get up close and personal with Krista here. But absolutely stunning there. But the biggest thing I feel that separates the boys and the girls is size and conformation. So you'll see a bigger, rounder head with the boys most times, and just a bigger structure. So a nice round head. So if you're comparing the two, I don't know if you can see Allie very well right now. She's hiding back there, taking it easy. But she does have a little bit of a smaller head. It's just very typical for girls. And then Hans has that huge round head. He's facing away from you. Hans, come here, bud. Hans. Hey, come here, buddy. There you go. Just a nice big round head. You can see him side to side there for a quick second. And I'll have Krista put some pictures up of both, and you can kind of see the differences. So Hans has more of a nice wide, stocky build, whereas Allie is just a little bit smaller, a little bit petite, just a little bit leaning towards that. Now Allie, for example, she is a little bit of a fighter. If there's a Scrabble going on, she's definitely one to be part of that, but it's not necessarily all the time. It's more when she's going through her period, her heat cycle. So that's kind of when that happens most times, if anything's going on. But Hans, he's just too lazy to really care. He doesn't mind much at all. So that's one of the bigger differences I've seen. Diet is a little bit different as well. Your girls will eat a little bit less compared to your boys will eat a little bit more. And nice big stretch out there for Hans and Allie. Just hanging out. They were pretty fired up earlier, but they'll chill out. You'll see them hang out. But yeah, so you'll get a nice, a little bit of a difference there with eating and diet habits. As far as like quality or what you should be feeding, there's not much difference. Frenchies do have a little bit more of a sensitive stomach, so we try and keep a pretty neutral and very well balanced diet here, and mix in some really good supplements and just give a little bit more supplemental value, and than comparing maybe to other breeds, which I don't really have too much experience with, but just overall Frenchies do have a tendency to have a little bit more of a sensitive stomach, so we try and stick with some good clean stuff. So, but yeah, moving on here, I guess if you're planning on getting your dog fixed, whether it's a boy or a girl, that always eliminates a lot of the habits when differentiating between males and females. So for example, Hans here, I just had him out running around and he was marking his territory every chance he could get, you know, just peeing on whatever he could possibly get to. So that's just marking his territory. It's very normal, a very normal habit for males. But if you're spaying or neutering, for example, if you're neutering a boy, a male, they will eliminate that habit typically. It might take a little bit after the neutering process just for them to get rid of it, but it won't be as much of an instinct anymore. So you can pretty much eliminate that. And then the females typically have about a heat cycle every 6 months. So it normally lasts about a week and a half to 2 weeks, and it starts in slowly, and it lasts. You'll see some discharge overall, but again, if you're fixing it, typically just takes care of that problem. And normally they do have a little bit of a change in temperament and a change in mood during that time, and they might be a little bit cranky, which is understandable. But eliminating that with spaying is definitely something to look into. And I always recommend waiting until like about 10 to 12 months is kind of normally when I would recommend doing that, and just making sure they're fully developed before moving forward with that. So, but that does eliminate quite a bit. As far as temperament goes, I feel like it depends a little bit more on just the individual puppy, not so much on gender. So you can get some really spunky, fired up guys, some really energetic, outgoing guys, and you can also get a very laid back, very calm and casual boy. Kind of like Hans here, he's very chilled out. Right now he's a little bit more fired up, but most times he'll just hang out. He's very easygoing, gets along very well with others, whether it's dogs or people. He's a very people-friendly dog. So is Allie, but she's just a little bit more energetic. So a little bit of a difference there in personality with these two, but for the most part it varies quite a bit. Whether it's a boy, he can be super energetic, super outgoing, or he might be super laid back. And same with the girls, you might get a very energetic, outgoing girl, or you might get a girl like Piper, who's a little bit more on the laid back side, easygoing, maybe not quite as people friendly. I mean, she loves people, but she's not the biggest fan of strangers. She's just a little bit more reserved, if you want to call it that. So, but again, guys, that's kind of the main differences I see between the two. Now, whether you should get a boy or a girl dog, I always recommend, if you've had a female in the past, I always recommend sticking to what you're used to. You kind of know what's coming down the line, what to expect, how they are, and it's just a better feel. And so I always say, hey, if you've had a female dog, get a female dog. If you've had a male dog, Hans, can you leave that? Thank you. Hans, you know better. Hey, Hans, you gotta leave it. You gotta leave it. Yeah. So if you have had a male dog in the past, get a male dog. It's just easier. If you've had a female, get a female dog. It's just a ton easier and easier to know what's coming up, know what's coming down the line. You can hear Hans's loud breathing here probably. When he gets energetic and fired up, he does breathe quite a bit harder. But yeah, so that's the main differences here today that I wanted to talk about. I also wanted to show off these beautiful babies. They're just absolutely stunning and a huge part of what we do here at Preferred Frenchies. So if you guys are enjoying the content or have a favorite, whether it's a boy or a girl, or maybe it's Allie or Hans, feel free to let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. And if you guys have any other factors that I might have missed, whether it's just differences between the two that you've seen, please let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts and what you believe to be. I know there's so many varying factors and so many different opinions on this subject. It's very hard to get a really good grasp of it, but I'll just speak on my experience personally. So again, guys, I'm Jay here at Preferred Frenchies. Thanks for tuning in again. We'll see you guys next time. I'll have some pictures here of both Allie and Hans for you to check out. They are producing puppies, so we do actually have a litter coming up, but not with this combination. We will here in the future, probably a couple months here down the road. We'll have some exciting news for you. But thanks for tuning in again. We'll see you guys next time, and take care.